A little bit of a late night update, but I wanted to get down to business to understand where the market is right now, especially after President Trump has said, hey, I don't like you short guys. I don't like you trying to bet against the stock market. To me, that sounds a little fishy saying that, hey, he can do whatever he wants to do, but as we know, hogs get slaughtered. So what that means is that is he trying to delay the inevitable before the midterm elections? Now, again, this is not anything that is going to be bearish or trying to be against the market, but it's essentially, as always, trying to prepare people for what's being said but not said. All right, so let's jump into it today. My name is Dr. B. If you've never been here before, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you so much. Let's jump right down into business. All the links will be down below to support the channel. I appreciate you so much. And we had an interesting day in this market. I think today was really more of a kind of what's actually going on following a holiday weekend. There was some funky kind of rising, slow volume, low volume price action today. And we'll look at that on the charts. Let's see what we're talking about here. New Trump says a couple of guys who went short. I mean, they are in big trouble. They're being wiped out. I never liked those short guys. Now, again, as we know, unfortunately, depending on who you are, the United States lost to Belgium tonight in the World Cup, and this was also very funny here, saying that hey, he's bailing everybody out. He's trying to pull the Trump card and bail everyone out, saying, hey, I created the best stock market and made the most millionaires and made the most money for everybody, while also people are losing jobs and inflation is going higher and we need to cut rates even though we don't, so on and so forth. All right. So in general, let's look at the charts because the charts tell us the story and takes us out of an emotional state. And I want to mark some key levels here that we want to pay attention to on these charts. And I'm going to highlight these in yellow just to bring them into your attention. Okay, we talked about yesterday inside of our Stock Sermon Sunday, which is our Sunday weekly market analysis, that we've got a couple of different levels that we need to watch out for. Okay, let me get rid of these things. And all SPY is doing right now is we're in this channel, okay? Now, this is a bullish channel because we have expansion into a consolidation period. We have expansion into consolidation. Now, are we going to break out of this wedge? But last time, again, third time's a charm. Don't know. We still have not cleared yet. The month is just getting started. I personally, if you ask my opinion right now, I am still concerned with where we are up here with rate hikes leaning on the table, minimum of 2 into 2027. Okay. So that's just my general concern. I think people are going to start hedging personally. But again, where we don't know. But again, trade this channel until that channel confirms, in my opinion, until we break back above this 758.53. I would say that this is channel bound and we could come back down to the lower end of the channel. Okay. Just because of what President Trump is talking about that, hey, you should be buying. Something sounds fishy about that, right? Just propping up the market just because I said so, right? So just my 2 cents, my opinion. You can choose whatever you'd like to do there. But I believe personally that the market, based on the structure here in this lower high stands, we're coming back down. Okay. You can see in the after hour session here, okay, we have a lower high sitting right here at 1, 2, 3. Okay. We also have a gap fill as we gapped up into today's kind of low volume rise grind. Maybe there was just another test of this line to see if we can get through it. But what my test is going to be this week is if we fail back underneath that level right there. Okay. If we fail back underneath 750, number one, okay, 750 is very important. As you can see right here, last time we fell back underneath that, bears, anyone bullish got trapped. Then we're going back down. Then we're going back down. And then the line in the sand to me is the daily 20 moving average, okay, which is this level right here. So 2 levels to watch this week. Number 1, watch 750 to see if we hold above or clear. Number 2, watch this low here at 741 to 740. Okay, that will give you your stance. If we sit up here, I'd be a little bit more neutral to kind of like, I need to make sure it clears up higher to go higher because we could come back down underneath that 749, back down to 740, and then that's going to be the line in the sand. Do we hold that? Okay, just my 2 cents. Okay, we'll see what happens. But if we fall back underneath that 740, that's where it gets concerning there, and we're back down into the lower end of the channel. And there we go. There's another lower high. Okay. All right. Cool. QQQ. Still concerning here, SPY a little bit stronger than Qs, obviously because Qs do not include financials and healthcare. Okay, so the NASDAQ or the Qs are mainly tech, and tech is, kind of iffy right now, in my opinion. Okay, now you can see the Qs here significantly weaker, kind of a weak close here to start the day, an inside bar there. We're underneath that 726. I want you to mark this on your charts as well. This is roughly NQ, okay? 30,000, okay? NQ, those are the futures. NQ 30,000 is roughly sitting right there at that 725. We go over an NQ main or NQ, okay? We can see it right here, okay? It's rejecting that 30,000 level, okay? That is a massive level that we need to pay attention to on the market this week, because if we start failing underneath that 30,000 and cannot reclaim it, that's where the Qs and the market starts rolling over and we start going down lower. And then everyone's shocked and everyone's panicking and so on and so forth. All right. I think we're still very heavy up here. I think it's a little bit concerning. Personally, I think President Trump is trying to prop up the market. Just my 2 cents. All right. Do as you please. Okay. IWM, another lower high here. You can look at this daily bar today. Not the best looking daily bar there, in my opinion. Okay, we got a lower high sitting there. We've got no bottom wick here. That flips and takes out previous day low underneath that 297.67 right there. Okay, we're coming back into the lower end of the range down here to 295 and trying to roll back into that final target of that 292, where that big test of support is going to be. Okay, so that is my sentiment on IWM. Okay. Not the best looking bar either on the SMH, which are semiconductors, rejecting underneath the big psych level of 600, rejected right on that daily 21 moving average and the 9 EMA. And then we're rolling down, trying to retest that 582 and 580. Okay, so we shall see what we do tomorrow. But in my opinion, there we go. I thought the memories were supposed to be recovering and strong, and they are starting to roll over in the after hours, back down to the downside, filling this gap back to 60. And we're still forming lower highs on the memory sector, okay? Your SNDKs, your Microns, so on and so forth, okay? Everything that was slightly strong today, you can see it's down right now in the after hours, okay? A lot of profit taking, a lot of concerns, a lot of profit taking sitting here on the semiconductors and memory sector, all right? Top watches. My top watches, the only strong stocks that I see right now relatively are still Apple, still waiting on that 300 to 302 pullback there for Apple. I would take a look at that, back into that area there. Be a little bit cautious up into this area here to try to break out if the market's pulling back. Okay. Other ones really quick. Palantir. Palantir's at a pivotal point. This is make or break for Palantir. Okay, right into this heavy resistance of 135. That's also right in alignment with the daily 50 moving average. Okay, so you can see it rejecting right there underneath that 135. Strong close today on Palantir. That it's a strong bar, but can we hold and sustain and start taking that 135, 136 out and go higher? If we see any failures back underneath that 126, okay, ideally 125, Palantir is coming all the way back down to roughly these 110s, 105s, 106s, back down to retest those lows. Okay, so be mindful of Palantir, what it does up here. Be a little bit more cautious, a little bit more neutral until we see more continuation bullishness out of Palantir. Okay. Tesla, strong close, but again, where do we say that Tesla is coming up into? We need to watch these moving averages. If it starts failing this daily 200 again, which is right at that 418, you can see we're underneath that 418 in the after hours. Look for Tesla to roll back down into that 407, 406, and then see if we can start building out some structure here on Tesla like this. Okay. I do not think personally, unless it gets super strong, there's a strong bar candle there on Tesla. Can it sustain this, and can we break a new high and continue up into the highs? We shall see. All right. So I wanted to give a quick update here on the overall market, just to watch the price action on SPY and Qs. Do not get trapped into this lower high chasing this breakout yet until we see, in my opinion, a couple more days out of this market Okay. Just my 2 cents. Do not take it for a grain of salt. Do your own due diligence and research. If you'd like to learn more inside of our community, you're more than welcome to. Does not mean we can't trade calls, but wait for those pullbacks or those confirmed breakout levels. Do not get faked out on the breakout. Love you all. Peace, love, and blessings. The discount code down below, July 4. July 4 is available until really this evening after you watch this video. So that's going away. Thank you all so much for those who have taken advantage of that. Join our community. We'll see y'all on the next one. I'll see y'all first thing in the morning for live trading. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye-bye.